And this is where you're at. You're in a chamber that had these orbs. Remember these orbs from last session? Playing music?
Unfortunately, yes.
Uh-huh. One of you ran out of the castle, dashing out.
Yeah, that was me.
Yep. You guys got a rest in. You guys did a really good job also. And now in front of you is this 10-foot wide, 20-foot deep corridor that is just screaming with a fluorescent pink neon light sign over the door saying, "Open me, open me, open me."
Didn't we open it and I got hit by a crossbow?
You did, because we tried to move through it.
Yeah. Yeah, because now you're going to try to deactivate this thing. And this thing popped down from like a false door opened up over the door to the west and actually shot you. So that's why you guys took your rest. We ended it. Now we're back. What say you, adventurers?
Out of curiosity, this orb right behind me, again, the top left one, is it cracked?
Yes. Yes, all of them are cracked now. The one in the south chamber was the one that was actually playing the music and had the musical notes swirling around in it. But yes, all three of the globes and the north alcoves are all faded out. No notes. Cracked. Broken. Yes. Not working.
If I was to lift it out of the receptacle, would they just fall into pieces?
Sure, you can pick up the orb. Sure. It is broken.
So it would fall apart into pieces.
Pretty much, yeah. It pretty much just crumbles into dust, like a glass type of dust.
I think there's a jawbone over there.
The Dusty Boner.
The Dusty Boner.
That's a great tavern name. I'm gonna have to write that one down. The Dusty Boner. God. All right, so what do you think, Macon? You got hit by this trap once. You know it's there.
Barlin says a prayer and whispers to Elias, "You think you can do it without dying this time?"
And as you guys took your rest, and you're looking down this corridor again, the crossbow and it went back up into the wall over the door, and the false panel closed. But you know that damn thing was there.
And we know which tile it was. If you press it, it goes off.
Correct. Yeah, you know that in the middle there's a pressure plate. And it actually encompasses this entire area. I'm going to use a cool feature that Fantasy Grounds says. I'm going to put a square down for you. That's where all of the pressure plates are.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And yes,
for
Barlin,
me it is, anyways.
I think after a little rest and a little bit of recovery, I think I get this one. No
I think you can jump it.
That's a big jump.
It's only 10 foot.
Feet.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I mean, if you got a decent strength, you can add in athletics if you have that proficiency. I'll let you add in athletics also.
I do.
And remember, you guys have one inspiration to start the game too. So if you don't want to get shot, maybe you want to bury that inspiration right off the bat.
I most likely will this time. But yeah, let's open the door. Give me a little bit of room there, and Elias will jump it. We'll try to get to that the other side and turn off the trap.
Sure. So when you do your strength check, and like I said, if you have athletics, go ahead and add that, and then throw it in the dice tower. And if you're going to use inspiration, click the ADV button in the lower left-hand corner for advantage. And then take the check the radio button on your character sheet at the top. So let's see what Macon does. I'm quite excited as he gets a running start to jump over the 10-foot section of pressure plates.
Wrong guy.
Yeah, wrong guy. It's Elliot.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, Elliot.
No problem.
My bad.
I got you.
You guys notice I put some tokens on there for you now too. So
That looks
Yeah, very nice.
Nice
Very
detail
nice.
too.
all right, Elias. Let's see what's going to happen here. As everybody dips behind the corner of the wall. Nice. I see that guidance was also put on there by Barlin. Oh my goodness. That was absolutely horrible. So what happens is this. As you go to run and jump, you critically fumbled your roll. And actually the guidance was a 1 too. So you had a total of 6. And usually I don't tell the players this, but this is probably the worst roll of the night. Right off the bat. So you basically trip on the door, on the edge of the door. There was, you trip, you hit, and you just face first, right across the pressure plates.
At least it'll shoot over your head.
Yeah, the false panel's lowered. Bam, the bolt comes out. I'm going to give it disadvantage on the attack, and let's see what happens. So great. Sorry about that.
Man. Ouch.
Yeah, so the arrow hits the towel beside you as you're sliding across, and then it just kind of skims across the ground into the room with the orbs. It misses you. Barely. But it misses you. And then everybody else in the room, they see the arrow, skimming across the floor. So you're going to be right here as you stop.
Stop there, and Makan will come in and take your place as you move on.
Dave, would it be possible to attack the trap?
Sure, if you have some kind of ranged attack, sure you could.
There's that
I
spear,
wanna
remember?
Cast Sacred Flame at it.
Okay. Go ahead and do a let's see. I'll go ahead and
You want
put
that
this
in the
into
tower?
the. Yeah, let me go ahead and add this really quick. All right, so you can go ahead and attack that trap there. Just drop it right on top. It's got like a 10 armor class, so you should be able to hit it.
Well, actually, it's a dexterity save it's got to make.
Go ahead, drop it on there. Let's see.
I don't see anything on the map. Do you want to just
Well,
drop
if it's
this in the
stationary,
tower?
oh yeah, that's still invisible. Yeah, go ahead and just roll damage because it's not. It's basically a stationary object. It's not moving, and plus it's a saving throw, so it's going to hit anyway. So go ahead and roll your damage, and the trap basically explodes as your divine hammer smashes down from out of the roof as it descends from the heavens and just takes the lever action crossbow that's on that little swivel mount, just shreds it. Bits of wood, pieces of metal kind of fly all over the room. There's no more trap.
And no more bolts either.
No more, no.
Okay.
That was a good idea.
Yeah, it was
good
actually
idea.
a really good idea. So I'll take the... So
Yeah,
you guys can
that's
step
how you
on the
do
pressure
that.
plates now. Yeah, you
Well,
step
I
on
wanted-
the pressure plates. You hear clicking. You see the gears in the hole above the door kind of clicking around and making noise, but nothing happens. Now you
See,
have this
Barlin.
other door in front of you.
I wanted to set it off for you, Barlin, so you know where to attack. See? That's
Thank you.
That's why I did that.
At least you were missed, which is a good thing.
Oh, Lord. So we're going to get to this other door. And, of course, I'm going to assume it's trapped like everything else we've come across.
There has been a lot of traps in the Sunken or Sunless Citadel. There has been a lot of traps. There has.
So I'm going to check this one.
Okay. Give me a perception or investigation, whatever's better for you. I kind of like that though, because a lot of these publications don't put a lot of traps and puzzles in, and I'm glad that this has a bunch. Ooh, very nice. So you're scouring all over the door, and you don't see any tripwires, nothing like that. The door is even unlocked, and you kind of jiggle the handle a little bit, and then you even push it open, and you can see that there's a chamber in front of you, a dark chamber. So let me go ahead and open up this as you step into
Thankfully,
the room.
this one's clear, guys.
This is what you see. This is definitely what you see. So, as you are looking around, this place doesn't look like it's been used for a couple days or so. I mean, you can see footprints. There's like a dust acting like a gray snow that's on the ground. And in the northern end of this chamber, it's like a rounded alcove. And in this alcove, there is a statue of a coiled dragon. It's probably about 10 to 12 foot tall, because that's how tall the ceiling is anyway. And this coiled dragon statue, the sculpture, is made from a beautiful red-veined white marble. And then you kind of look over to your left and you can hear like a mumbling, and it's a human. And the human is stripped down to his skivvies. But he's got like a gag in his mouth, and he's kind of curled up in the corner, yeah.
And the dust looks undisturbed?
No, the dust, like there's some footprints and stuff in there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he's got one of the anniversary edition ball gags from the Lion Shield Coster that's in every town, you know?
Oh, yes.
The anniversary edition of it.
Elias, what do you see?
There's a guy here, almost naked.
A human.
Bound. Yeah, I was talking about a guy. A human, yes. I'm going to set him free.
Careful about that.
Oh, can't be any worse than all the other traps we've dealt with.
All right, so you want to take the gag off of his mouth. Now, as you
the gag first, because I want to ask him questions first.
Yeah. Well, as you guys were just moving into the room, Macon, we'll get back to you in just a second. Now you're starting to take this gag out of the man's mouth, and so I'll let him introduce himself. Now, as that's going on, Macon, you go into the room, and as you get close to the statue, all of a sudden, the statue's mouth starts to animate. And it looks like the dragon is speaking to you. And it says, in common, it says, "We come at night without being fetched. We disappear by day without being stolen. What are we?" So this voice booms out and echoes throughout all of the chambers, the room that you're in, and you can hear it echoing down the chamber to the east that you just came in from.
Guys.
It's a riddle, clearly. Solve it. I don't know. We're trying to help this guy out.
Mm-hmm.
What brings you here, sir? Some very exciting sexual adventure?
Well, I was captured by some kobolds, and they've left me here.
They left you here. Wow, that's so nice of them. Well, my name is Elias. I'm gonna get you out of here. I'll start on doing his findings.
All right.
Thanks. Steer clear of that statue. I've seen a female kobold performing some kind of ritual or casting some kind of spell over there.
Casting a spell on the statue?
Well, yeah, it appeared to be.
Huh. Where are your stuff? Did they leave it anywhere here?
I'm not sure where it went. I got clubbed over the head or something because I woke up with some horrible headache and I was trussed up like this.
Well, the ball gag in your mouth. What's up with that? Where the hell did the kobolds to get a ball gag?
Right?
Oops, sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I guess they didn't want me talking.
It was from the back room of the old bore inn.
So yeah, that booming
I
voice.
never actually made it there.
Well, hopefully we could find your stuff down here somewhere, or maybe something else will come along. Anyways, are you all right? Are you hurt?
Mainly my pride.
Are you hurt?
No, just a little sore. They had me digging some tunnel somewhere.
You said sore?
Yeah, I've been digging
I know
some
where this
tunnel.
is going. I know where this is going. He was knocked out unconscious.
Dave,
He
your
woke up
mind's in the
sore.
damn gutter already. What the hell?
Oh god, the kobolds.
Well,
I had a friend once.
God.
I slowly step away.
So once he's once his bindings are undone, I'm gonna help him up to his feet.
Thank you.
All right.
I say you probably could use a good shower. Don't have any.
Too
armor.
bad I don't have prestidigitation.
Well, actually, all he has are skivvies. You should really.
That was good.
I'll clean him
I think
up.
you
I'll
could
clean
use
him
a
up
shower.
using my prestidigitation. And I'll hand him one of my daggers and be like, I mean, you're probably gonna need this. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, man.
You're such
Thanks.
a trooper.
Hey, McCon, give him the spear.
Macon, why don't you, McCon, give me a perception check since you're facing this red and white marbled statue of a dragon that's all coiled up. Yeah, you're just enamored with the price of this statue. It's probably worth a couple hundred gold. The marble alone would be worth that. You're just kind of like, wow, this, if I can only get this out of here and sell this.
A chunk of time.
Yeah.
It'll be there.
That's better answers than I had, Barlin.
So what do you think, adventurers?
Do we just answer the dragon or what?
No. As you all looked over, you could see the mouth moving. And it did say, "We come at night without being fetched. We disappear by day without being stolen. What are we?" And then the mouth doesn't animate anymore. As everybody's going to Google,
I would think
typing that in.
Barlin did pose there stars or dreams. Now, dreams could probably be had during the day.
I have to go with stars.
Yeah, so as you're
that's
contemplating
plural.
these stars and dreams, all of a sudden you guys start to feel the entire complex start to tremble a little bit, and you can hear stone on stone grinding. And then you look to the left, and you can see that this wall is opening up. And out of the dragon statue's mouth, kind of like does like a coughing sound, and then a scroll falls on the ground at the base of the statue. And this wall opens up. And this is what you see as that western wall opens up and the scroll falls onto the ground.
Barlin, grab this scroll.
And you could hear the stone grinding, and it, as the walls just kind of slid into the wall, opening up about a 20-foot wide chamber. And it goes, and it keeps continues to go to the edge of your dark vision, and you can see that there are some alcoves in this room, much like the same types of alcoves that were in the other room with the scintillating orbs. But you can't actually see yet what are in these alcoves, if anything at all. And I'll unlock your tokens for you. So how about it, adventurers? Scroll fell to the ground as this dragon kind of coughed it up. And with the secret word, you answered the riddle. The secret door opened up. Pretty nice. Good job.
McCon, let me see the scroll.
Yeah.
Elias will come here to the
See what you
open,
can make of it.
and he's going to take a moment to cast Mage Armor on himself before continuing.
The Gretch, help me decipher the scroll.
Hey,
Sure.
Dave, if I take the scroll, can I look at it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Both of you guys can unroll it and look at it together.
We
Now-
unroll it and take a look at it together.
Yeah, Barlin, you don't recognize the symbols on the scroll, but Dag, you do. You can see that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually what right here. I'm going to send you a tell.
Okay. While you're doing that, is there a way to find the map?
Yeah, just let me know. And
I lost it.
I'll go ahead. No problem. I'll share it. If you lose it, just go into the images and maps upper right hand corner and just go to where it says Yawning Portal and just look for anything that has a public symbol on it, little P symbol. So that's the scroll, as you know what it is, because you can actually cast this. You can't cast it, Barlin, so that's why you couldn't decipher what the scroll says. But if it was a cleric, then it would have been vice versa, you know. So not too bad there, Dag.
It's actually a scroll of comprehend languages. So if somebody else needs it, I'm willing to give it away because I actually have that in my repertoire.
Maybe you can keep it in the party loot. You guys do have a party treasure. So maybe if you want to keep it in there and keep it with the other items and stuff like that you have and sell it later. Maybe when you get back to Oakhurst or something, you could find a buyer for it.
Could I cast it on someone else at some point? Do I have to cast it on myself when it's red?
You can cast it. You can do whatever you want with it, and it will fit the description of the spell. So, and then,
So if I
you know,
want-
it crumbles
if I
to
wanted to
dust
cast it
when
on
you
someone
use it. Let's see. It's not self-only. So let's take a look at comprehend languages really quick. Let's see. All right. So I'm gonna need to go into the spells. And
It
actually
is on
look at
stealth.
it. Yeah, if it's self-only, then yeah, it'll just spell will be put on whoever activates the scroll.
Okay.
Whoever speaks the word that activates the spell that's imbued into the symbols on it.
I'd be fine with it going into party loot, so if somebody needs it, they can use it.
Yeah, you could probably get about 40, 50 gold for it or something like that. It's a pretty low level, pretty common item. So yeah, you could definitely sell it though. Just kind of cough that scroll right up. Oh, too good. All right, so you have another room in front of you, adventurers. Garkin, welcome to the party. I also sent you some messages there. So what do you guys think?
Barlin wants to
also be
search
able
the statue, investigate
Okay.
it for any writings or anything special behind here.
Sure, give me an investigation check, Barlin.
Elias will step a little bit into the room.
Okay. Go ahead and step in if you want.
I know he keeps breaking up from time to time.
I notice I keep reconnecting also. That's around.
Come on, you
Class,
fucking internet.
Elias, you want to go in first? I don't mind going. I'll go with you, whatever.
I'd be like coming. I'm just gonna come in and make sure.
No, just as many traps as we've seen. I don't mind. I'll go to this right side here.
All right. I'm just keeping my eyes out for anything flying at us.
Dave, I want to search the statue, investigate it for any writings.
And Barlin's checking the statue. Couldn't find
Yeah.
anything. I'm right here at the edge of this doorway.
Yeah, Barlin, go ahead and drop a perception roll in there, investigation, whatever's better for you. And
I rolled it. It was a 25 the last time.
Okay. Yeah, you don't notice anything. In fact, what you do notice, you notice that there's a bunch of adventuring gear piled up behind this statue. And it looks like there's a backpack, some weapons, and stuff like that.
I'll look over to our new comrade Garkon and say, "Hey, what does your shit look like?"
A lot like that.
Classic answer.
There's your sign.
That's it.
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
All right, so Garkin, you've got all of your equipment. You're ready to go. You're a fully fledged member now. Now, inside of this chamber, as you guys are looking in these alcoves, you can see that there are some statues in each one. And I'll kind of open up all of these. Now, also, you see that there is on the west, you can see that there's a pit as you guys are starting to enter this chamber. You can see that the floor is just gone, and it looks actually like a real pit that was engineered and put into the floor. And there's all kinds of dust that's covering the floor, covering all of the statues that are in all of the alcoves. There's 3 statues to the north, 3 statues to the south. They're carved out of that same red-veined white marble that the coiled dragon statue was carved out of in the other room. And these statues, they resemble very tall elves in plate armor. And then to the west, beyond this pit that's in the floor, you can see that it opens up into a chamber, another room. And you can see that there's some huge, what appears to be altar on the other side of this pit. And then you can also see that there's like a very light green aura that is filling that chamber also.
I would like to kind of look a little closer at these statues before I go past them.
All right.
Hey, Garkon, did you happen to hear anybody else down here other than the kobolds that brought you here?
No, I didn't see anybody else but the kobolds, and they had this looked like a tiny dragon pet on the leash, and that's about all I've seen.
Ooh.
So Garkon, where are you from?
Wait, tiny dragon on a leash.
I mean, that would look really cool on my shoulder, so just saying.
It's got to be worth a fortune.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's got gold coins dancing in their visions now.
And no living creature should be leashed. All right, so did I notice anything special with these statues? He didn't get shot, so that's good.
No, there's nothing. You look around all of the different statues and stuff. Now, around the statue to the southwest corner over here, where I'm drawing the green line, there were quite a few imprints in the dust.
Footprints.
Yeah, footprints. And they look like they have like claws on the end of them. Doesn't look like an apparent humanoid type of boot or anything like that.
Would I recognize them?
Give me a nature, or actually give me a survival check, because that would have to do more with tracks and stuff. Somebody said, "Oh, here we go."
let me let you guys deal with that. I'm gonna investigate this pit here.
Yeah, so the survival check. Yeah, you can actually tell Macan that these things appear to be like a kobold type of footprint, because you can tell with the claws and how they have the web feet and whatnot. Now, as you go over to the pit, both Elias and Garkin, this thing drops down about 10 foot, and at the bottom it is nothing but covered with spikes. It looks like it would hurt if you fell into this, yeah. And it looks like you look inside, and this is definitely something that was put there. And the walls of the pit are pretty rough. There's a couple of handholds and footholds that you can climb into and stuff.
Hey, Dave, do the statues appear to be movable?
You want to check it? I mean, how do you want to check it? Do you want to? Depends on how you want to check it.
Grab one of them and pull it towards me.
One of them says to you, "Hey, did you just grab my ass?" No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that.
No, I grabbed your bust.
Yeah, it seems like with a little bit of effort and a little bit of strength, you could probably move one of these out. Yeah.
Hey, guys, let's pull them out and dump them in the pit.
They're about 8
like
foot.
a hand?
Use them to walk across. Okay.
Yeah, so you just
Maybe
kind of want to
behind it.
Well, it's only
But
10
I
foot. I mean, you guys could
out.
jump across, too.
Well, right, but what we can do is, wrap rope around it and just lower them down and use them as stepping stones to get across.
I have some spikes as well.
Oh, very cool.
When
You guys got rope and pythons and stuff, too, right?
That's what I was saying. I got the pythons, so...
Yeah. Maybe you could even shimmy a python in the ceiling and use it as like a vine Tarzan would swing across. So you're gonna jump across? Who's jumping across? Was that you, Elias?
Macan's.
No.
Macan's gonna jump.
Careful about the last time we did this.
That's why I was asking Macan, because you were backing up. I was like, "You're getting a running start, huh?"
I'm gonna tie off my rope and throw it to the new guy and say, "Don't let me go in." This is a real trust fall situation here. Is what I'm thinking in my head.
It'd probably take you about 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, if you guys wanted to take those statues, you could roll them into the pit if you wanted to. It'd take you about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think I'd like to work on that.
It would probably be quite loud by doing that. You might be able to you'd probably make some noise or something, but yeah.
Couldn't be any louder than the damn orb that we'd set off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that.
Yeah, that's true.
Skeleton head. I mean,
Very true.
Are the statues tall enough to fit across it, and we can just lay it down across it?
Okay, how tall are the statues?
They're about 8 foot tall. They're about 8 foot tall. 7, 8 foot tall.
All right, I'll help Barlin moving the statues.
All right. So which statues are you taking out? The ones in the north wall, the south wall? What say you, adventurers?
So we're going to the south wall, right?
All 6 of them.
Okay. I got it.
So
what are you guys doing? Are you guys just kind of rolling them into there, or just kind of throwing them in? Or are you taking any precautions like putting pythons in the ceiling, lowering them down? How are you guys just saying, screw it, we're just throwing these things in here to fill it up? Because you can
Sure,
actually
just throw
roll them
'em in and
too.
fill 'em up.
Because they're on
Yeah.
like a circular round base, you can actually kind of tilt them to the side and then roll them, and then they just kind of roll in that circle pattern right into the pit.
You think just
Yeah.
dropping them in, bro?
Yeah, dump them all in the same 5-foot section. Hope if they fill up far enough, we could just walk across.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, you could put in all 6
Okay.
of them, and yeah, they would definitely fill up that chamber. All right.
Did I make?
Hmm?
I rolled my athletics. Did I make it?
You did not. You fell into the pit. That was a bad roll.
Hopefully,
And then we
did I
dump all the
drag
statues
Garkin
on
in?
top of him.
Yeah, so Mackin, you fall right at the bottom. I mean, it's such a you basically miss jump. You jump probably about 4 foot before the pit. Sort of like someone that's doing the long jump jumps way too early, and you're got your arms filling up in the air. You're feeling good about your jump, and then you just kind of stop, and you say, "Oh shit!" as you just fall. Bad roll.
You know, if this was in nature, if I was out in the wilderness, I'd have been fine. He hasn't had much dungeoneering experience.
Yeah, so you're going to take a total of 5 bludgeoning damage from the actual fall, 10-foot fall itself. And then you get impaled by all of these spikes. So you're going to take another 2d10, which is a total of 10 damage total. So now you've got 10 damage on yourself, both from piercing and bludgeoning. You have a couple of spikes that are through your like your hip area, through your arm, and you're just kind of pinned there, and you're going, ah. And then all of a sudden, they're starting to roll these statues, and you start to see one of these statues starting to loom over the edge of the pit. But everybody hears a whoa, like pain. So you guys stop and
Did
Bacon
he
is
really
down in the pit.
jump? Last ago, because he had given a rope that he had tied himself to Garkin. So I'm gonna try to pull him up, I guess, if we can.
Yeah, Garkin, you can give me a strength check, Garkin. We'll kind of do some impromptu adjudicating from the dungeon master. Save
want
you,
it in
maybe
the tower?
save you a little bit of a. No, you can just go ahead and put it right there. This one I'll just let you go ahead and put out in the open. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll take 5 damage away. It'll sort of be like a successful saving throw. Although you do fall into the spikes and you do take the bludgeoning damage, the new guy, Garkin, he's skidding as the rope is tied to him, which is tied to you. So he kind of helps you absorb the damage a little bit as you only take 5 damage from the spikes in a 10-foot drop. But yeah, he can get you up. You won't take any other damage or anything like that. Plus, you can use, you're in a lot of pain, so you could use the footholds and the handholds that are in the side of the pit anyway to help yourself up also. So no other checks needed or anything like that. Or if you want to, you can climb out on the other side.
That's what I was going to say. If there's handholds, I'll just get out on the other side. I used him as a brake. He was like an air brake for me. I'll climb to the other side if I can without any checks.
Sure.
And now I have a rope going across while these idiots are rolling stones in the pit. I say that as I'm bleeding.
And
Yeah,
then
you
we
get up-
walk across.
These idiots aren't bleeding.
Yeah, you get up out of the other side. Now, as this happens, all of a sudden you're in this other chamber, and I'm going to open this up for you, Macon. And in this chamber, there's this beautiful violet marble tile that's covering the floor and the walls. You can see a lot of the walls are cracked. They're broken. There's a lot of chunks of rubble and stone kind of strewn everywhere inside of this chamber. You can see in each corner, you can see the sconces that are in the wall. But one sconce to your left, which is in the southeastern corner, has a glue, like a light green light that is burning from a torch that's in the sconce. Now, dominating this, of course, is the 9-foot-long marble sarcophagus that's in the middle of this place, lying dead center in the room. And the coffin has a bunch of dragon imagery. The head of the sarcophagus resembles a dragon's head, and you can also see that there's quite a few rusting iron clasps that are on each side of the lid, and this is what you see as you're pulling yourself out of this pit. Now, also as you're pulling yourself out of this pit, you see a small creature that is coming towards you, drooling, and looks like it's coming to attack you. And this is what the creature looks like. And here it is. Here, it looks like a little devil or a little demon or something like that. And this is what it looks like. Real big black bulbous eyeballs, really long sharp pointy teeth, a couple of long sharp antler horns, and a very long tail that's kind of whipping back and forth. So give me a history check for identifying this creature. So there's a couple things happening. Yeah. And everybody notices that there's a sound behind them. Everybody except for Dag. You all notice that behind you, you see a kobold that is around the corner, and he has a sling, and he's swinging it, and he run. Well, first off, he runs into the room, and you hear the feet scampering. So this thing moves in, has a sling at its side, it's whipping it around, and then it lets it go towards one of the party members. So all this stuff has happened simultaneously, and this is what the kobold looks like. And that definitely is what the footprints would match up to. All right, so we have a kobold in the eastern portion of the chamber. We have this demon with your history check. You have no clue what the heck this thing is. All you know is it's coming towards you, and it does as you're climbing up out of the pit. It attacks you. So I'm going to let the Quasit, because you did not notice it there. I gave you I did a stealth check versus your passive perception, which you did not see it coming towards you. It will go ahead and take a claw swipe at you. As it slashes out, it misses you. You duck as you just stand up, and you turn around and see everything in the room, and you're like, oh crap, and you duck. So this thing misses you. Now, as for the kobolds, I'm going to go ahead and attack, let's see, Barlin. You're going to get attacked from this kobold. And like I said, it has and you guys see this coming too, as you guys hear it. You guys go ahead and roll initiative, because this is all happening simultaneously. So everybody roll initiative. Let's get some initiatives in the tracker. The kobold is attacking. You hear some other scurrying outside of the room to the east. And then you see this Quasit making noises, attacking on the other side of the pit. Makan. And you have this rope still tied to you as well from Garkin. Okay, so it looks like Barlin, you were expecting it. Barlin, you can go ahead and get your attack off before the kobold gets done whipping his sling around and getting rid of that stone. So what are you going to do, Barlin, as you are now confronting creatures on both your left and your right? Barlin? Did we lose Barlin?
Can you hear me now?
No,
I can hear you now. Did you have mute
Okay.
on?
No, I'm having to do this over my phone because of my computer situation here at the house. But Barlin says a prayer to Agma and sends a sacred flame shot at the kobold.
All right, sacred flame. It actually had this thing is really nimble, and as your sacred flame smashes down from the heavens above, this thing tumbles out of the way and kind of giggles at you. Anything else for you, Barlin? Any movement? Anything like that? All right, we'll go on to the Quasit. So the Quasit is now going to get another attack on Macon, because now that we've rolled initiative. Because it had the element of surprise, that's why it got the free attack. And I forgot to do advantage on the free attack, but you were going to say something? Somebody was?
Yeah, what? Why does the dexterity save go for my character versus Bard on there?
Let's see. It looks like maybe you were mistargeted. It looks like the dexterity save was dropped on you instead of the Quasit.
That's weird. I
Yeah,
must
so go
have
ahead
twinned that spell.
Go ahead and yeah, you twinned it. Go ahead and drop one on the kobold really quick. We'll kind of backtrack. Thank you for bringing that up.
There was a save by the Kobold too.
Yeah,
You
it
want me
did
to
save.
do that again? Dave, drop one again.
Yeah, drop one again on the kobold for me. All right, so this time it failed with the appropriate target this time. There you go. That's good that you re-rolled. It failed. Go ahead and do your damage as the radiant hammer smashes down from the heavens. So the kobold takes 5. It's damaged now, and now we'll go to the this creature, this demonic-looking creature, as it slashes out. And in fact, I think it might do something else. I'm going to go ahead and try to frighten you. So it's going to basically...
Can I use my inspiration?
Sure. What would you like to use your inspiration for?
On the save against the frightened?
Sure, absolutely. So why don't you go ahead and do a wisdom saving throw for me as it changes its appearance a little bit to appear a little bit more frightening to you, so you can give me your saving throw with advantage. Wisdom.
Oh, sorry, I forgot the advantage.
That's okay. Go ahead and just roll
do it
one more
again.
time. Yeah, and then we'll take the best of both of those rolls. Ooh, thank goodness you used advantage, because all of a sudden you're starting to feel this sensation come over you, and you're wanting to run away in terror. But all of a sudden, you know, your little inner voice says, dude, tighten up. This is only a creature that's about 2 foot tall. Don't be scared, you big pansy. So you're able to shake it off. You are not affected at all by the frightening. So now this thing is going to move over here towards the wall. So Makan, what are you going to do?
I can whip out my longsword.
All right.
And target this little fella.
Sure thing. Oh, you hit it. So when you hit it, it seems like your blow, usually this blow would, any type of blow that you would strike on an enemy would really put a hurting on it, but it seems like this thing kind of absorbed a little bit of the damage. And as you hit it, it says, "Oh, you've broken Jot's binding. My watch over the Dragon Priest is over. My watch over the Dragon Priest is over." And he starts dancing around in circles and stuff, and you're kind of like looking, okay, what the heck just happened here? And then it looks like this thing is starting to cast a spell, and he's starting to do some type of demonic chant. And he's just kind of giggling in between all of the different gestures and incantations that he's saying aloud. So Macon, go ahead and take any movement you want to, and we're going to go to Garkin.
Can I move away without him attacking me since he's doing all that?
Yeah, you can drop the rope if you want to. I mean, it was tied. It was actually tied on you, but you got, what is it, a 50-foot section of rope? So you've got about 35 feet of rope that you can still run away from
down the pit.
Yeah. Oh, you can jump over the pit if you want to. If you want to jump into the other room, sure, I'll let you do that. Just give me I'll even let you kind of back up. You'll be within reach of this demonic looking creature still, so you can back up and then jump. So give me a strength check. Add in athletics if you have it, to see if you can successfully jump across this pit. And then you make it across, no problem. You jump. This thing has you scared and intimidated. and you get across rather
I'm gonna
easily.
tell the others. I'm gonna tell the others what I just heard him say, and say we gotta get out of here.
And it said it in common too. It spoke pretty decent common. So Garkin, you're up. Oh, go ahead.
I'll just say I make sure I relay that quickly to everybody as I jump over.
Okay. Everybody can hear you. Looks like
What did
Garkin
he
is
say?
charging in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after this kobold here, so close the distance and use my warhammer.
In common, you could hear him saying that something about breaking a binding and something about a watch with a dragon priest is now over. So you draw your warhammer. You hit it with a decisive crushing blow of 24. You hit the kobold, instantly killing him. You basically just come down with your warhammer, crush its skull into his shoulders, which you can just hear the bone cracking, and this thing goes down, and it's incapacitated and down and out. Okay, so Garkin, if you want to take any other movement, you can hear more scurrying. You can hear more kobold chatter outside of the room to the east if you'd like to take more movement. So Elias, what say you?
So we heard that the guy, the little, what's his name, Jot, he's just happy that he's no longer.
Yeah,
bound,
exactly.
right?
Yep.
All right, and hearing more commotions over here, 10, 20. I'm gonna get up here and see what's going on. Ready my rapier.
Okay. So as you get to the edge of the room where the false wall had retracted back into the wall, you see that there are a couple more kobolds out here. One to the north where the dragon statue is, and one to the south, which is in your reach. He's tucked around the corner, and if you want to attack him around the corner, it'll be a partial cover at -2, but if you want to move out, if you have any other movement, you can run out into the room, and you can attack him that way, with no penalty at all.
No, that is my movement, which is 30. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll just catching sight of him. I'll jab my rapier around the
Sure.
corner at him. -2, right?
Absolutely, -2. You got it. I love Fantasy Grounds and the ease of use with it, guys. Very nice. You swing your rapier. You hit with a 15 versus AC. You can go ahead and roll damage. Very nice. This thing goes down. You skewer it just like a shish kebab from the Old Boar Inn that they had on the buffet bar in there. This thing slides off the end of your rapier, falls over dead. Kobold number 2, incapacitated.
This is where he gets his meat.
Anything else you want to do? Go ahead and pass.
I'll call out and say there's one
puck.
more. There's one more to the north.
There is. Yeah.
I'll call out to them. One more to the north.
Okay. Dag, you're up.
I'm going to move 25 feet and take a pot shot at the Kobold 3 with...
What are you going to take a pot shot with?
Firebolt.
All right. Cantrip it away. No penalty because you can actually have an angle to where you can see the majority of them, so...
That's why I chose that angle.
You may fire when ready, sir. Very nice blast. Boom, the firebolt streaks across the room, hits him, it explodes on the kobold. Go ahead and roll damage. Ooh, nice job. You guys are a bunch of murder machines. Kobold 3 goes down. These kobolds didn't even know what hit them. You guys took them out rather quickly. So So what say you? No more kobolds. The kobold threat has been eliminated. To the west, you know that this creature was there.
Yeah, let's turn our attention to that real quick.
Yeah. You can hear it laughing still. You can hear the laughing kind of echoing into the statue chamber. I'm not bound. I'm not bound.
Lacan, what happened over there?
I don't know, freaky little thing. Just came to my mid-waist and they started screaming about not being bound. Something about a dragon priest. I have a feeling that's why that pit was here, to keep them in.
How many of the statues do we have pushed into the pit?
I'd say you have none, because remember, you had one of your adventurers in the pit, so Garkin pulled him out. So after you got, Macon crawled out the other side, got attacked by the demonic little creature. Kobold said, so yeah, basically one of the statues is, probably say, you were pulling the ones off the southern wall. So there's one in the same space to where you're at, Barlin. You guys are kind of hugging the same 5-foot square.
All right. I'm going to look at Garcon, and what type of adventurer does he look like?
Garkin, you can go ahead and describe what you look like if you'd want to. He's definitely human, though.
Yeah.
You have a holy symbol present or anything like that?
Yeah, I have a holy symbol, and I'm a paladin of, and I haven't worked on the deity yet.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, he's in a heavy type of armor as well, so it looks like he's one of these holy knights. That's for sure. Especially when you see the holy symbol that he bears and whatnot.
Barlin looks at the paladin and says, "Blessings of Ogma be upon you. Heal our friend Macon as we fill this pit, as we find a way to approach this evil denizen of the underplanes."
Jot not evil, just to let you know. Jot just doing his job. I'm not bound.
Jot's going to be pushing up daisies.
Oh no, you can't find Jot. Let's play a game. We're going to play hide and seek. Jot plays hide and seek. Jot plays hide and seek.
Ollie Ollie Option Tree.
Oh, you've played that?
I know your evil intentions.
Oh, Jot not mean.
Jot follows the demon dragon queen.
Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe I was forced to stay here and guard this place for centuries.
Then reveal yourself to show your non-alliance to the
How
bench.
do I know you're not going to kill me now?
You don't.
There's a lot
have
more
my
than
word.
you. I'm going to do an insight check on you. He believes you. He says, okay. Jot comes out. And then all of a sudden you hear a pop, like a snap. And Jot appears on the other side of the pit. Everybody give me
his
a
hand up and say, "Hold your fire."
Give me a history check or religion check, whatever's better for all of you guys, except for Macon, because you've already done one. I want to see if anybody else recognizes this type of creature.
That's okay.
Jot here.
Drop in the tower.
I don't know why, but Jot believe you. Yeah, you can go ahead and drop it in the tower.
You said history or religion, right?
Yep.
So
Whatever's better
Jot
for you.
attacked me.
Well, because you come into the chamber that I was protecting. Jot have no choice. So the only one of you that recognize what this thing is